Okay. Hi everyone, it's your girl Sydnee Goodman, and if you didn't know, well, now you know. So this week, instead of my weekly vlog, I asked you all to send me questions on Instagram, and now I'm going to answer a few, sort of rapid fire. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes so that we don't get out of hand, and then, yeah, I don't know, we'll go from there. So the timer, here, I'm going to do 5 minutes and 30 seconds just so that I get 30 extra seconds to, well, because I'm playing by my own rules. So, okay, start. Let's see. Question 1. Dylan asks, what was the very first video game that you've played? Love your videos, by the way. Thank you, Dylan. First video game ever. I've talked about this on stream. I don't really remember. I think it was Pokemon Blue on my Game Boy, but it also could have been Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo 64 or a PlayStation game that I would have played with my dad. Those all honestly kind of blend together because it was all happening at the same time, but so one of them, and if it was a PlayStation game, it was probably a Tomb Raider game or Tekken 3. Don't remember which one, just remember playing those. Kyle McConnell asks, how long have I worked for IGN? Almost a year. My year will be on April 4th, but I started doing freelance for them. My first freelance gig was February 18th of last year. I'll never forget that because I was so excited to put it in my calendar. Mike Wants Moke asked, how did you start your brand? Twitch, YouTube, or Snap exclusively, then branched, or all at once? So actually, I started it on Twitch. I never really thought of it that way, but I started streaming on Twitch, and then I just realized that I had to make a Twitter because that's how people were announcing their stream, and then I slowly started doing YouTube or trying to do YouTube. This is honestly my first time being consistent with YouTube. And then I made a Snapchat for like work purposes when we launched the Daily Fix on Snapchat in August of last year. Let's see. Vaughn3 says, if you could be any Pokemon, which would you be? I don't know. What Pokemon do you think I would be? Let me know in the comments below. I really don't know. Probably Squirtle Squad. I don't know. I feel like I'm sassy and they wear cool sunglasses, which is like, feels like a good fit. COE asks, why do you look just like your cat? No one has ever told me that, but thank you. That is a high compliment. So Yeleni asked, your issues with mental health, if you have any, your parents' view of mental health, and the view of how the society you grew up in sees mental health and how that affected you. So my video this week that's going to come out on Saturday is going to be about my mental health journey. But to answer the last version of that last portion of that question, you asked how society sees mental health and how all that affected you. I didn't really realize how I saw mental health until Alex lovingly suggested that maybe I see a therapist, and taking it really personally and like feeling really attacked. And then actually working at BuzzFeed's like super open about literally every issue, but mental health included. And I just remember somebody I was sitting next to was talking about her anxiety and how she sees a therapist. And that just kind of made me a lot more open-minded, that it's like, oh, here's this person who I see is like super beautiful and successful and wonderful. And like, she has these issues and is seeing a therapist. That's cool that she's helping herself. So that didn't totally answer your question. Again, I'll answer it more completely in Saturday's video, so stay tuned for that. But give you something to hold on to. Community Share Project 2 asks, sports as a youngster? Yeah, I did a lot of sports. I did gymnastics, volleyball, soccer. Volleyball and soccer is the two that I did for the longest amount of time. Like I played soccer for like 10ish years, and volleyball I played for like 4 or 5. And then I played a couple years of softball. I ran track. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. I did a lot of sports. And I did art class too, which I appreciate that my parents did that for me. E. Horton Jr. asked, what's your favorite Disney movie? I don't know. I like too many. Lilo and Stitch I really like. Little Mermaid I really like. And Lion King. Aladdin's up there, but after seeing all this live action stuff, I'm like, Don't Frag My Baby says, was everybody really kung fu fighting? I don't know, I wasn't there. Drew Bop says, how many % Filipino are you? I am 50% to my knowledge. My mom is 100% and I'm half. But I do have a 23andMe kit that I'm going to send in. I'm going to do a video on that, so I guess we'll find out for sure if I am 50% or like what exactly that means. We're a large portion Spanish within our Filipino mix, so I don't know. For Real Geosis, how do you pick out those fire outfits? I don't know. I just try to think really fast. I really, truly do not know how to answer your question. I'm really into fashion. I follow a lot of fashion blogs. And so I think I see stuff and I kind of like translate that into what I have in my closet and what I think looks good on camera. Because if there's one thing I've learned from working at IGN, it's things that look cute in person do not always look cute on camera. Cue this yellow dress that I wore at E3 that just looked horrific. It looked like a maternity dress. Okay. But it's really, really cute in person. So James X. Hawkins says, do you get clothing sponsorship? Unfortunately, I don't. That's like a goal of mine because that'd be nice. But at this point, no, I don't. Bino Vichy. Oh my gosh, that's already 5 minutes. That was so fast. We're going to do 5 more minutes. Sorry. Alex is giving me a look because he's holding the camera. Sorry, babe. 5 more minutes. Any advice towards somebody dealing with anxiety and depression? I'd say if you can, try to see a therapist or look up like free resources because there are like a ton of resources. But I'm not a therapist, so I don't know how to help you. For me, I found ways to cope in addition to seeing a therapist. So like I work out and I meditate very, very regularly. Like I work out at least 5 days a week, and that just really helps me relieve my stress and just helps regulate my mood. I know that there's like diets and certain foods that you can eat that help as well. So just finding what works for you. But I definitely would try to find a therapy like resource because that has been the number one thing that has helped me with both anxiety and depression. Diego 59547 sorry, asked, how old am I? I'm 24. I turned 25 on March 7th. So remember. Bootstrap24 says, what's your favorite video game on the Nintendo 64? Probably Kirby, no, Pokemon Snap, but Kirby Crystal Shards is my second. Augury86 says, what the favorite thing you like about my job? I don't know. I like building a community. I think that's really cool, and it's just cool to be creative. I feel really lucky that I can be creative. For example, our Snapchat episode where I died, and that was just like so goofy, and it was something that just kind of splurted out of my mouth in the middle of us writing the episode, and it was really cool to see that come to like fruition and then watch people enjoy it and have them express how much they enjoyed it. That's probably my favorite part. It's kind of that like loop. Farask Howry asked, favorite restaurant in San Francisco. I live in LA. I'm not in the San Francisco office, and I've only been to San Francisco a handful of times, so I do not have a favorite restaurant, but San Francisco is great. Dawn of the Wind says, besides IGN, do you have anything else you're working on behind the scenes? Well, so I stream on Twitch twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, and then I have this YouTube channel, which if you're watching this video, I'd assume you found the YouTube channel where videos go up on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Michael Finnegan, love that you're open about your faith. Have you found it challenging? What's encouraged you? This is like a scary question for me. But yes, I do find it challenging. I'm like afraid that I'm going to be judged. But I think what's encouraged me is I feel like I've found a way to do it where like I just act the way that I feel like I've been taught to act and like love the way that I've been taught to love. And then it feels like that kind of like I don't know. I feel like me acting as, this is hard to answer. I feel like me being a loving Christian woman and like treating people with love and kindness does more than me being like, hey, Jesus loves you has ever done for me. So that's what I do. And I don't know. Does that answer your question? Maybe. How long, hey, it's Josh025 says, how long does it take to edit your Daily Fixes Snapchat story? Love you. Thank you for the support. Our lovely editor, Morgan, edits it. You can watch the behind the scenes video that I posted a couple of days, like a week ago. I'll put it in the link in the description. But I think we usually pass the footage off to Morgan around 11, and then he's usually done between 4:30 and 5. So I have very many hours that is. How often do you change your hair color, or do you change your hair color often or no? It's man61 49.7 asks, and do you prefer PC, Xbox One, or PlayStation 4? I do not change my hair color often. I dyed my hair for the first time in December. That was the only time I ever changed my hair, and I'm slowly growing it out. So there you go. And do you prefer PC, Xbox One, or PlayStation 4? One of the consoles. Lately I've been playing PlayStation the most, but I feel like Xbox is always kind of my home base, so I guess Xbox. So Mr. Huff asks, which conspiracy theory do you wholeheartedly believe to be true? Which I think is a really good question. And I don't know that I wholeheartedly believe any of them to be true, but the one closest would probably be that we have aliens in, what is it called? The alien area in New Mexico. Chris Contreras 22 says, is what you do now your dream job? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's a hard question. I definitely think this is my dream job. I think that like I'm growing and evolving, and my dreams are as well. And I don't know where I see myself in 5 years. I definitely think, how old would I be? I'd be like almost 30. I don't know. Oh, that's it. Okay, we're not going to extend that one. So I'll answer I'm saving the rest of these questions, and I'm going to answer them in another video. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you are the first to know when a new video drops. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.